Chi Young Rai, Thailand. Hi, Juhi.
Good morning, Chiang Mai, Thailand.
Chung Lai.
Yes.
Let me ask you, Juhi, are there new updates? I heard something that the cave may be running out of oxygen.
They're trying to bring in as much oxygen they can because there are hundreds and hundreds of rescue workers and scuba divers and also engineers who are trying to lay electrical power lines and also internet lines to where the boys are. So you can imagine inside the cave with all these people, you need more oxygen.
Sure.
So and unfortunately, a former Thai Navy SEAL trained officer died last night trying to deliver oxygen cans near the isolated boys overnight. He was a 38-year-old first petty officer. He lost consciousness while diving on his way back to the base camp.
I think that just underscores how dangerous this situation is. If a Navy SEAL can find himself in a life-threatening situation, what's going to happen to these 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old boys as they try to navigate that 6-hour trip? That's incredible. 6 hours each way to get in and out for the divers.
Absolutely. It's very dangerous. And what we hear from them is that the water, there's torrent underneath the water. So it's incredibly difficult for even a skilled diver to go through that leg. The good news is that they have cleared out the first 2 miles. The total is 3 miles. The first 2 miles, they have cleared out the water. So once the boys could make that 1 hour long journey, they could walk out of the cave. Now, that last leg is the most difficult part. It's about 6 meters deep. There are narrow passageways. There are lots of twists and turns. So it will be almost impossible for these boys to dive out. So the idea is to just pump out as much water as they can, as they did it for the first 2 legs, so that they could float these boys on top of the water and breathe all the way out.
What about the weather? Does it look like it's going to cooperate moving forward for the next few days?
Unfortunately, no. We
Ouch.
have heavy rain forecasted starting tomorrow. So, yes, time is running out. They're just going to have to do it as fast as they can.
What is Plan B? Is it really still to keep them in there for a couple, 3 months until after the monsoon season?
You know, I'm sure the authorities have something in mind, but they're not talking about it. They are only talking about hopes to rescue these boys as soon as possible. But the experts say that if the heavy rain comes and fill up that cave again, it will be very difficult to get these boys out in a short period of time.
I know it's not something we should talk about, but it is still something of interest. This must be getting incredibly expensive.
Yes, I'm sure it is, but we haven't heard any official confirmation about how much it's being cost right now. But what I can tell you is that outside of the camp where we have this makeshift village just in front of the cave entrance where we spend 24/7 around the clock just watching what's going in and who's coming out and doing what. There are a lot of donations from all over the country, all over the world. We have food trucks all the time giving out free food, and there's doctors, nurses. There are even masseuses giving free massage to journalists who are working around the clock.
Last question for you, Juhi. The families, is there a way for the families to communicate with their children?
Not yet.
Oh.
So they're trying very hard to lay a cable to where they are. Because that last leg is so difficult to pass, I think they've been having trouble doing that. So they're trying to deliver oxygen as well as lay a cable line so that they could have some kind of communication line, also just in case that they might not be able to come out in the next 2 days.
Yeah, as a parent, my heart just breaks for those kids and their families. They being separated like that, not knowing, has got to be very difficult. Juhi Cho, ABC News correspondent from Thailand, thank you so much for the update.